What is up, everybody? It is Cassidy from Vibe Garden. And today I wanted to make a video for you about an average day in my life. I am going to be trying to make YouTube videos a little bit more regularly about just business, photography and video, weddings, maybe just about my personal life as well, or about my boyfriend and I's home renovations. So why don't you subscribe and then leave a comment below of what you would be interested in seeing. I want to preface this by saying that I don't really have an average day because every day is absolutely different depending on the season, what projects I'm working on, or how busy I am with my job. So I will kind of give you a day in the life of winter time, like it's been lately. So 2020, my New Year's resolution was to start a morning routine. I know that almost all successful people have a morning routine just to be consistent and constantly kind of like be refocusing every morning. I was trying a bunch of different things just to see what would help me focus the best. So number one, smile. When I remember to do it, it really just sets the tone for the day. To start off on a happy note, to remind yourself, like, I am blessed to be living today and I'm gonna take the opportunity to make the most of this day and to just be happy in the moment. Because at the end of the day, like, that is really all that we have. We can be constantly living and on the go and doing stuff, but if you're not taking in the moment and just being happy with yourself and where you're at, it's gonna end up being a pretty grim life. The second thing I like to do is drink water. I do tend to drink coffee as well, but I try not to have coffee until I've had at least 1 or 2 glasses of water because coffee dehydrates you, so that kind of counteracts the water that you just drank. But I do love to have my coffee as well. After that, the different things that I've tried for me that I haven't really stuck with was like meditating in the mornings, working out, and stretching. If I just get up in the morning and start doing work, I tend to be so much more productive and I feel better about myself because stretching and all that stuff does make me feel good, but when I get into actually working and then by noon I can say, oh yeah, I've done this, this, and this, I just have so much more feeling of accomplishment, and then I could do my stretches and stuff like later on in the evening. So once I get up in the morning, smile, drink a glass of water, I will answer emails. And any business person can attest to this. It is just something that you kind of naturally do. I'll flip through my Facebook, my Instagram, answer any messages, look on like the Knot and Wedding Wire where I get a lot of leads and see if there's anybody that I have to respond to on there. That honestly is the majority of my job right now, especially because I don't really have many weddings going on in January, February, but a lot of people just got engaged in November and December. So now is kind of the time when they're looking to get booked for their photographer. So a lot of my work right now is just emailing people, and I just really tend to try to email back as fast as I can, especially with new leads, because maybe you like a couple photographers and you send out messages to them. The ones that get back to you first are kind of like setting the bar for the interactions that you're going to be having with the rest. So I want to make sure I get back with them as quickly as possible and connect and get a phone call so that I can establish myself as a real contender to be their photographer, videographer. After I'm done answering emails, I will just kind of work on whatever project I'm working on at that time. My favorite part of being a business owner is that I can kind of do whatever I want. Obviously within reason, and I have to be doing things that will generate an income for myself or else I will not be able to pay my bills, but just finding creative ways to make more money. Whether that means collaborating with a wedding venue or a wedding planner for a blog, or putting together a styled shoot where I can meet and connect with other vendors, or going to a networking meeting. Networking with other photographers and videographers is actually so important because when they're booked for an event or they are asked about something that they don't necessarily specialize in, they can then recommend you to other people. I have a photographer that we are basically like the only people with this kind of style around the area, and I know we pass referrals back and forth. If it weren't for Instagram and reaching out to her and literally just going to get like a drink with her, I wouldn't have booked like maybe 3 or 4 of the weddings that I booked this year. So getting in with other photographers is also really important. Updating my website. Just recently I did a special boudoir special for my current brides and working on getting all the details ironed out for that. Doing my QuickBooks and getting my accounting stuff figured out. or working on editing an engagement shoot that I just delivered. There is just so many things, like little projects that I work on. Typically how I decide what I work on is just saying, okay, what are the strengths of my business right now? What are the weaknesses? Kind of setting concrete goals and then picking projects that will bring me ultimately closer to those goals. When it is wedding season, going through the images, editing the images, going through the video, editing the video, timeline planning sessions with my brides, I'll have check-in phone calls. So I'm really hands-on. I don't just book a couple and then I won't see them again until the wedding day. We have like a very intricate and involved process just because I don't want to show up to these people's day like as a random person like, hey, here to take pics. No, like, we have to be friends and have a relationship. I'm going to enjoy my job more. They're going to feel way more comfortable with me there. We're going to have fun. They're going to enjoy themselves in front of the camera. It's always kind of a constant back and forth. So I would say honestly, like, easily 60% of my job is just communication, just talking with them, getting to know them, giving them recommendations, helping them with their timeline, and just kind of like staying on the ball in terms of just being connected. So yeah, after I kind of work on my various projects and getting that stuff done, I kind of like end things for the night and just kind of relax with my boyfriend. We like to watch TV. Lately we've been really into like Survivor. We work on different projects around our home. Just like really love to be within each other's company, and I think it's so important to create that good work-life balance where yes, this is my business, this is my passion, this is my job, but at the same time I can also take a step back and enjoy the life that I have. Unfortunately, I do tend to continue to answer emails or like leads throughout the night. I'm kind of getting better at just waiting until the morning, which I'm fine with, but like I said, creating this work-life balance where yes, my job is my job, but it's just my job and it's not my entire life. But yeah, so that is a day in my life. I guess it's just like answering emails, working on projects, and enjoying time with my boyfriend. So let me know what your average day in your life is. I would love to hear more about you guys and also more what you're into. Business stuff? Do you want to hear more about my personal life? Do you want to hear more about getting leads, communication, like actual behind the scenes of photo and video? I would love to hear what you want to see because I really want to start just making more videos and more content for you guys. So don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment down below. Thank you so much. Have an amazing night.